close Blender. You open Blender. You see this. You close Blender, you uninstall Blender, and you never talk about Blender again. That's pretty much what happens. That's pretty much what happened to me. But when I started working in Blender again, I was like, wait, that's not that hard, right? Yeah, it's not that hard. So, this is the Blender interface. This is a splash screen. You don't really need to care about that right now. This is the viewport. This is where everything happens. Right here, you can see what buttons I press. If you ever want to know what buttons I press, it's right here. Here are all of the objects you have in your project, and here are some properties. So this is a camera, this is a light. You don't need to care about those. Delete. So this is a cube. You accidentally delete that. What you do? Shift A to bring up this menu, and you have a lot of things right here. You probably don't have these, but just don't care about this right now. So you have a plane, which is just the surface. You got a cube. You got a circle, which is just an empty circle outline. You've got a UV sphere, which is just a sphere made out of squares. You've got an icosphere, which is just a sphere made out of triangles. And you got a cylinder, cone, torus, donut. It's just a donut. And grid, you don't really need to care about that. And monkey. This is one of Blender's most iconic objects. So yeah. Now let's go back to the cube we had before. Let's say you want to move this cube right here. How do you do that? There are a few ways you can do that. So first of all, you can go right here to in the properties, and you have this, the location on the y-axis, which is this axis. Let's put that on 3. It moved right here. Let's put that on 5. It moved right here. Or you can click here, which is the move tool, and you can click this and start moving. Or you can use the hotkey G to start moving. Well, as you see, it's not really constrained by anything, so it will go pretty much anywhere. So how you fix that? That's really easy. So you press G, and then you press the axis you want to constrain the movement on. So let's say Y. It constrains it on the y-axis. Let's say X, it constrains it on the x-axis. Z constrains it in the z-axis. So let's say you want to rotate this. You can use this. This tool right here, which is the rotate tool. Or you can use the hotkey, which is R, and it doesn't have any constraints. So X to constrain the x-axis, Y to constrain in the y-axis, and Z to constrain in the z-axis. Let's say you want to scale it. You can use either this, the scale tool right here, or the hotkey S, and to constrain it in one axis is it's the balance. It's pretty much the same as the other hotkeys. So you can manipulate the objects, but not the geometry object. Now let's say you want to manipulate the geometry. You want this point, just this corner right here, to be right here. How you do that? So you need to go to edit mode, which you can either go from here or use the hotkey tab, and now you can see the points, and you can click them to select them. But let's say you want to select this side, this whole side. You need to change the selection mode from point to edge or face. Face, you can select the whole, like, side, this just a line, and point just a vertex. So you to cycle between them, you can use 1, 2, and 3 just for fast, like, yeah. To manipulate anything you have selected, you can use the tools right here, not the property panel, or the hotkeys. So let's say I want this to go right here, Z, Y. Now I want this to get rotated like this, to basically like this, R, X, right here. Let's say I want this side to be a little bit smaller than this side. I go to edge mode, scale X. There you go. That's the object. So tab to get out of edit mode, and you have this object, which you can manipulate as usual. And yes, so that's pretty much what you need to know for now. Start making small objects and then try and make bigger ones, because it can be hard sometimes to make the good models. So this is the tutorial for now. Subscribe if you find this tutorial helpful. Leave a like if you enjoyed it, and comment down below any questions you might have. I'll try to answer to all of the questions you might have. And yeah, goodbye.